Hello beautiful people, we are down to the last few days. Can't even remember what number. Is it 13? Is it 14? Is it 2? Is it 120? Either way, we're down to the last few days of the Natasha Denona Lucky Dip on her mini palettes. So before we see what we've got left in our last 3, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a thumbs up. Now, as your cruise director, hold on tight, let's go see what we've got for today. Right, so the last 3, I'm jiggling around here like what can we get? There is only 3. There is, what have we got? I want to say the Mini Star, the Mini Starlet and the Mini Xenon. And today we have got the Mini Xenon. Good thing I haven't added too much. So we literally have, this is a little bit different in that it is 4 mattes and 1 shimmer with that intense silver. Obviously this accompanies the Midi Xenon palette really well. Quite frankly, if you've got one, you don't need the other. To be honest, if grayscale is not your thing, then this is probably the palette that I would pick out of the 2. I actually really love the Midi palette. This, before we get into it, is really great as an accompanying palette for any palette that you have. If you are going away on holidays, for example, this is good in that it's got these 2. You have a near bone white and a black, so you can lighten up anything or intensify anything with those 2 shades. So it is always good as a sister palette to anything you have. And then this intense, really banger of a silver. So let's start playing. Okay, as per usual, we're going to try and use all of these shades. So going into that near white right now, I'm not going to use it as my transition. I'm more just lightening up the very top part of my lid. This we will dip more into after. But you can see straight away, it's just lightening that up. Opening up that space for us. So going, what am I doing? It's all crazy. Going into this light grey now. I really like this particular shade. And tucking that in the front part today. Now this would be a really good one to do a halo eye with. I think I may have done that. I don't know if I've done that with the Midi already. But look, to be quite honest, this all over your crease, darken it up with that. You could smoke them out and then bang that over the centre. She'd be good. So just working this shade. I think this brush is actually quite terrible that I'm using, but I've got it in my hand now. So I am working with it. Just circular motions with that, lifting it up. And in fact, I'm going to change the brush because that's annoying me. So see straight away, that's working better already. It was that brush. I've really got to wash my brushes or swap them over at least. I've got some new brushes here to try. Right, so we will build upon that colour after. Getting a slightly smaller brush now and going in with the second darkest matte and tucking that here. Looking straight ahead, bringing it down through the crease now, tucking it right in. And then very gently, you angle your brush just back and forth with that to start diffusing it out. Should we do it? Should we just go super dark smoky with some silver over the top? I've got a black eyeliner there. Should we? Okay, let's do it. Packing this black right across the lid. Alright, it's a lot. You know you wanted me to do it. Because now that I think about it, I think the midi Xenon, I did a super wearable look with that where it was more light grey. Let's pack that in. Alright, into that corner. We're going to really make our eyes pop. So before we start working this, we're going in with, I'm trying to make sure I've got not too much black on my fingers. We're going to go into the waterline. And really darken that up. Now, in case you can't tell, it's not a work day, but I think after this I'll be done for the day because I don't have anywhere to go. And this is going to leave traces of makeup on me for the rest of the day, I would imagine. Tight lining up underneath my upper lid now. Just shut your eyes and drag it back and forth. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline Eyeliner. It's the best one. So I've just gone in and packed some powder under my eyes just so I can dust that off after, because I've had a little bit of fallout and I imagine that there may possibly be more because I'm going for such an intense dark look. Do I run the risk of that making me ending up looking dried out underneath because it's essentially baking? Yeah, possibly, but we'll add moisture back into that after. Now, going in with that second darkest grey now, this one here underneath the black. See where this joins? We're just working that, tucking that right into the crease now. And just working back and forth. And that's really going to diffuse it out. We've sort of gone a bit ass about with this. To be honest, normally I would have placed the black first and worked the colour gradient from there. But this is what happens when you change your mind. But as you can see, this is working. Now, because we are working with blacks and greys, this is where something like this comes in real handy, because I've just cleaned that off. Look at that. Nothing comes off there. It really strips all the colour. Again, back into that. And just working on the outer corner. Pulling it in. So when you're working with an intense colour like this black, if in an ideal world, obviously you would do this eye look first before putting on any makeup. I'm a rebel like that. But we're working back and forth. If you are doing your eye look first, you can be really messy in this outer corner because you can always clean it up afterwards by wiping a bit of micellar water along there. Or, the only time I recommend it, a makeup wipe. Makeup wipes listen to Caroline Hirons. They are for festivals and fannies. Or just wiping up. They're not for cleaning your face with makeup. Just don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. I have cleaned that brush off again. Get one of these if you don't have them. Morphe has the smaller ones. You can get them off places like Temu, Shein. Most places have them now. Sports Girl have them. Going in with this lightest grey now and going up that bit further and to underneath the brows, just around the edge there. Same on this side. Underneath the brows and out. You just work along that line, dipping back and forth between the shades as you feel necessary. I just had to go into this slightly darker one again here. And again, just cleaning off in between. And I've cleaned it off again. Like, this is how good they are, because you can go from the darkest, though I do want a smaller brush, I think. So I'm going in with this one that is flatter, just to lighten up underneath the brow. Now the original brush that we packed that on with, just going right on the edge there. What are we going to do with the silver, people? Should we halo eye it? We can always halo eye it and then see what we think. That being said, or should we put in the corner? You know what? I am not going to do a halo eye. I'm going to use the silver in the inner bit. We're going to keep that intensity happening. So using a liner brush, I think every time I look down at this when I'm facing the camera, I look cross-eyed. Sorry if I do. And stamping this along. We can't get much more intense than this, can we? The temptation is to do a halo eye with that silver. And I love that silver. It's a great, fantastic, amazing. Oh, there's a bit of fluff on there or on my lashes. It's an amazing silver. And I probably already, oh gosh, where's that fluff coming from? Probably already have regrets that I'm not doing that, because could just place it all over the eye. But we're just going to go on the inner corner, I think, and just keep this a little gothic look for the day. Okay, the packing brush we used to place that black on. Now, you think we're probably done with it? No. So, the second lightest grey, we'll tap in either side with that and then into the lighter grey. Tap it off. Just work really gently back and forth. Because we are smoking this bugger out. And I'm just wondering, should I go really vampy? A vampy red with the lips. Okay, same on this side. I just cleaned the brush off again. And just gently, we're just working this very gently back and forth, because we are keeping that intensity. Essentially down to the edge of your lash line. And again, as per always, you've just got to trust the process. Okay, with a small bullet brush into the silver. Like I said, the easiest thing would have been to just put that all over my lid. But instead, we're just using it on the inner part here. Now you can see there is a real noticeable join with this, yeah? We will fix that in a second. This is so silver. And I'm really building that up in that inner corner because of that reason. Now, because that is the silver, we're going into this shade here. And we're just touching that on the edge of that. And then my hands are really black. And then I've grabbed this pencil brush that we used, that metallic silver on, and I'm going into that grey. And I'm just blurring that over the edge. Just as a joiner. You can see, so that makes it more cohesive. So essentially, we're transitioning horizontally here as opposed to vertically across our lid. Now this looks like a lot right now. It is. We are vamping it up today. What I'm going to go and do now is clean all of this off, finish the rest of my makeup, put some really thick lashes on, as in mascara. I have got lashes, I should start doing it, but I can't be asked. Lashings and lashings of mascara and possibly a red lip, maybe a nude. We will see. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the finished look. I'm feeling a little bit rockabilly, but with super intense eyes. So a rockabilly vamp maybe? It's not often I do something like this where we've got really intense eyes and a really vampish lip. Normally it is one or the other, but why not? So, like I said, I could have just done the silver over the entire top lid, but we went for it. Again, this is really good in that you've got the light and the dark in this to use with any other palettes that you may have. That silver is absolutely bananas. We're down to the last couple after this, guys, but this is a lot. But if you want to go out and really vamp it up, this is a great little palette to do that with. So, on that note, until next time, don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends to come along and get their rockabilly on with this one, for example. Until next time, my friends, take care. Bye.